G'day, folks. This is your real estate housing market review for the Fraser Valley for January of 2026. All of the lower mainland is doing quite poorly. I believe it's going to bounce back a bit, maybe up to a balanced market this year, but that remains to be seen. If you look at this absorption, again, it's very similar to the Vancouver board. It's 6.58%. So what that means, if you look at this figure over here, on January 1st of 2026, there was 3,252 houses on the market. In January, 6.58% of those houses sold. This is a very strong indicator as to what is going on because it's an indicator of supply and demand. There's the supply, 3,252 houses on the market on January 1st. The demand was 6.58%, which if we run up this line, I believe you can go back forever if we had those stats forever, and you would never see an absorption that is that low. So that says the demand is very, very low in the Fraser Valley area. Why? Same reason as Vancouver. The major influx of people or growth and population growth in the Toronto and the Vancouver area was immigration. 70% of Canada's 70% of Canada's population increase comes from immigration, not from people having babies. So if we take a look at the sales, 214 detached housing sales in January 2026. Last year was 777. That's really an anomaly because if you look outside in December, around that 777, in December of 2024, there was 299. In February of 2025, there was 303. So say, call it 300. That's still 75 above the January sales. If you look at pricing and we look at the last 3 months, the average is over here, down this figure right here is $1.4 million. If you go from the same months last year and highlight those 3 months, the average is 1,594. So it's down over $100,000 in that year as far as the average price is concerned. There's lots of other metrics you can use to decide what's going on in price. But if you just look at that for now, most metrics will say the same. The market's down a good between 5 and 10% as far as pricing goes. So what do we see in the Fraser Valley for the rest of this year? I believe you are going to see a very mild, very soft recovery. We will probably get into a balanced market area by the end of the year, especially if interest rates inch down a quarter or half a point. But the lower mainland in general is the second strongest economy in the country after Toronto. It traditionally has shown over the last 30 years, you can't keep it down for long. It's just too strong and it resists the drop in prices. Even though prices are unbelievably high, it just, the influx, the economy, the people there, it's going to keep those prices strong. So you probably see another, maybe 1 or 2% down. Maybe it'll level off and walk up to a balanced market, which is what I think is going to happen in 2026. Thank you, folks.